All right. Good morning, everybody. It is May 12th, 2021, and downtrend day today. Um, yeah, here's how I saw it. It was I wasn't sure in the overnight if this was like a range, and then we had this small downward move or bias, I should say, and there was an aggressive entry here. I think it was like a second entry, but it was a doji, and that would have gotten you a crazy move. Whoa, 30 points. I actually got trapped going long there. I didn't think about the highs. Um, and then we had this. It was like a new low. And then we trended up. Looked kind of like a spike and flat channel. That I was marking both ways, up and down. As you can see, I had a couple of shorts and one long. And then we had this downward move, and it was off to the races, as they say. And we had this yellow channel, and that held up until we had an overshoot at 9:17 a.m. and the break at about 10 a.m. And price is still moving a little down. We're getting this leg up right now, but yeah. So let's take a look at these trades. I'm pretty sure I spotted everything today. So as I said, I wasn't really sure what was going on when I came in this morning. It looked like this was an important price level though. Um, and so let's see. Yeah, we had this. I drew this off of these highs, and we hit this low. You get a first entry, second entry right there. So it was kind of hard to. I thought it might be. I don't know why I thought that was a trap. Oh, probably because I had my lows drawn like this. Okay, and that's probably why I thought it was a trap to go for longs. But you really can't even trade those anyway because the channel hasn't been broken. But I think the trend line was actually like this, and so that's actually just a plain first, second entry. And I don't know what happened here. I have no idea. But there's no reason if you moved your runner like a dramatic amount, um, maybe you would have caught like a 30-point move. So hopefully you did catch that. But yeah, it's tough here because it looks like price hit that important price level here. They kind of hit it here, and yeah, it's just hard to say. So um, yeah. So anyway, we get this like spike channel, and then really here it's pretty clear that prices are just ranging here with an upward bias, and we get this lower high right here. And at this point, I was just looking at that as a triple top. So I do like that entry, even though I marked it green. I like that entry. I'm sure some people looked at this as a second entry long here and kind of like a breakout pullback off of this congestive area. Yeah. So breakout pullback, second entry long, but um, I don't know. I don't think I can mark. I don't think I feel comfortable marking that just because it's below the EMA and it's a weak signal. But it's a slightly neutral signal bar. Anyway, we're just swinging back and forth, ranging, and we get another setup for a second entry short and also a lower high off of the highs. So I like that. Plenty of room back to the EMA. And what do we have here? Just an aggressive. This is just a trap, and it's off the lows. So people probably going short beneath that. It ticks lower, traps them in. But that's definitely aggressive. Uh, the more I guess logical entry would be right here, a higher low. Excuse me. Um, so maybe I don't know, but at this point it just doesn't look like there's room back to the EMA, but we are expecting to go back to the highs of this channel. So maybe I should mark that too. And yeah, so we don't make it to the top of the channel, and we get this. It looks like prices are trending here. We get a bounce here. price come here. That's when I draw it off those highs. And here you get a first failed second entry long. It's also off of the lows of this channel. So that makes it a good entry. I like that. People are getting trapped going long here above this bar too. They're all exiting once they hit their scalp. Let's see. So 17 they enter. So scalpers are exiting right here, and that's probably why this signal bar closes low. And I guess I don't know why people go long again, but they do. Maybe thinking that we're breaking back into this congestive area and they get trapped. I was watching this a lot live today, so I was spotting traps. It's really easy, much easier to spot traps when you're watching the chart print. Like right here, we didn't have this yellow channel yet, but right here we get a first entry, second entry. People are going short here, okay? Because look, this looks like a downward move, and yeah, I mean it looks like a good entry too off of this trend channel. So why shouldn't we go short here? That's a good question. But the signal bar isn't great. So that's something to think about. We have 4 overlapping bars right here, 3 overlapping well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars right here. So that's probably why not to go short here. And it traps some people. As you can see, it rockets up. Then we just get some congestion. This isn't really a clear range here, but prices are ranging, but it's not too clear. And there's another range like that that I'll talk about in a few minutes, but it's just not clear where the highs and lows of this range is. We come back to the top of it though, and we have a potential. If you draw off these 3 highs, you have a potential hitting the highs of the yellow channel. Uh, Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a good entry here. Maybe first, if that broke higher, it didn't break higher though. So that's just the first entry short. Um, Nothing here. And then so we get this leg up. All right, well, I had an interruption. I'm not sure where I was at. So let's talk about this. So what I was seeing here was this first entry, second entry. Anyone who went long on like a failed second entry short here, for whatever reason, they got a scalp out of this and they exited right here. So if you look at that, and you see this bar off the trend line, maybe India. I don't think I should mark that, but it ticks 1 tick higher and then it goes down. So maybe you see them all exiting. That's why I marked that, and it makes a move down. But we come to the bottom of the yellow channel here. We get a leg up, a break of that channel, 1 leg up, 2 legs up, and you get okay. This is a trap. First entry, second entry. Okay, so people think they can go short here even though it's not off the trend channel, and they get trapped here. Um, then you get this. I'm sure this actually scalped out. I think people could have scalped out here. You got a lower high, just no good of a signal bar here off the trend channel. But I feel like maybe you should take that on such a strong downtrend. But anyway, we have this move down. You get a trap here, but it just doesn't look. It's at the bottom of the channel, so and it's far from the EMA, so you can't go short here. First entry, second entry, best move of the day right here. Second entry off the trend channel. Might you be weary of it because we didn't make it to the bottom of the channel? Yeah, you might be. But look, we get a break of this downward trend. So we are expecting to move down. That's a second entry short. Okay. Perfect. Great signal bar, far from the EMA. And you would have gotten a big move out of this, unless you got stopped out on this bar. I don't know. That's a big move right there. Comes down, get a slight overshoot here, but nothing convincing. Comes back to the EMA. Then we get a real overshoot. And you get this is a trap here because people think they're gonna, I don't know, this EMA and the lower lower side of the yellow trend channel is going to act as resistance, but it doesn't. So people get trapped going short here, and you get like a first. It looks like a second entry short, but this is like a third entry short. It's far from the EMA. You know there are trap longs here. If you want to be aggressive, looks like there's a level of resistance here too. Um, yeah, and then if you want to be aggressive here on this engulfing bar, you know people are getting trapped going long again. It's off of this important price level. Let me just draw this, so just something to think about. Not, I don't think I would take these, but doesn't make it to the bottom. So we did have an overshoot that does lead to a break. I didn't see anything in here that I liked particularly. First entry, second entry, no signal bar to go long above. Plus, I'm not going long on a day like this. Look at this trap right here. First, it traps the shorts, then it traps the longs. This is an overshoot, so it's just hard to say what's going to happen. We get this leg back in, and we're bouncing on both sides of the upper side of the trend channel. You get this entry right here, uh, and it looks so good, but we just don't know what's going on. We have this range, and it's like a pullback off that range, but it's just the first entry. Um, and I mean, this is a range too, so you might look at it like that. I did have this marked. Um, yeah, so it's just this is a judgment call here. You're going into the lows of the day too. This one right here scalps you out, and it's the same thing as this, but look at what happens right after. So, oh yeah, and this we have a second entry long right here. I was wondering if that was in the middle of this range though, so I didn't want to mark that. But yeah, that's what I saw for today. I felt like I did a pretty thorough analysis. I was pretty satisfied with my analysis today. But yeah, just a downward trend day. So I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.